How's it going, everyone? Johnny Superb Man here, and today I want to talk about the Colorado Avalanche and yet another second round exit in the NHL playoffs. These poor guys, they just can't get over the hump. This year against the Golden Knights, last year against the Stars, the year before that against the San Jose Sharks. The Colorado Avalanche are the new Washington Capitals of the Western Conference, built offensively, but unable to get by the second round. And I want to figure out why. I want to put my finger right on it. We can talk about the offense and Nathan MacKinnon. We can talk about the goaltending in the last three games. But I think the obvious answer is Nazem Kadri, the dream. Getting suspended in round one, game two, taking an irresponsible run at Justin Falk, and he's not there to help out his team as the second line center against the Vegas Golden Knights. He would have been back for game seven, I believe, but they don't even get that far. 6 games, and you know what? They were lucky to get 6. First game, Vegas coming off of a 7-game series against Minnesota, they were slow. But game 2, even though they lost, they were better. Game 3, they could have lost that, they were better. Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, the Golden Knights were just the better team in the playoffs, all right? So I want to start with first the Colorado Avalanche playoff history. They are a team that has been on the charge recently. It all started in 2017 and 18. Ironically, the year where they traded away Matt Duchene to Ottawa. Duchene quoted as saying, I want to play some playoff hockey. Well, how's that working out for you, Matt Duchene? Colorado is now pretty much that cup contender year to year, just unable to get by the second round, like I said. But in 2017 and 18, they got to the playoffs, losing in Game 6 to the Nashville Predators. All right, progress has been made after missing the playoffs 3 years in a row. Year after that, they get by the first round against the Flames before losing in Game 7 in a back-and-forth series against the San Jose Sharks. Hell, they could have made it to the conference finals that year, right? Last season in the bubble, round number 1 against the Coyotes, again, only 5 games. Second round, and they were down 3-1 against the Dallas Stars. They forced it to a Game 7, but the problem in that one was all 4 of the Dallas Stars' victories, they scored 5 goals. 5 goals in games 1 and 2, 5 goals in game 4, and 5 goals in game 7. Unable to keep the puck out of the net, and that's why I was commenting on their defense and their goaltending. You know, offense is all well and good, but when you get to the playoffs, you're going to need that defense and goaltending. They say it for a reason. Defense wins championships. This year, I mean, they just dominate the first round. In the last 3 seasons, they've only lost 2 games in the first round. This year, they sweep out the Blues, even with Kadri going out with a suspension in game number 2. They win the first 2 games in the second round against the Golden Knights, even though game 2 they shouldn't have won, before the Golden Knights sweep them with 4 straight, and out they go again. So what was the problem here? Now, we take a look at Philip Grubauer's stats, right? Now, I made a video actually praising Philip Grubauer because I was making the point, you don't need a Vezina goaltender in the net to win a Stanley Cup. You just need a goalie who gets hot at the right time, right? Now, his playoff numbers, .914, goals against of .261. It was looking a lot better before he faced the Golden Knights, right? Against the St. Louis Blues, .957 in game 1, .914 in game 2, .969 in game 3, .900 in game 4. Solid. 4-game sweep. You're off to the face-off against the Vegas Golden Knights. Game 1, .960. Really good. Game 2, he was the reason they won that game. They were outplayed by the Vegas Golden Knights, but a .951 save percentage, it's an example of a goaltender stealing you a game. .930 save percentage in game 3. They almost stole that game as well. It wasn't until Vegas scored 2 goals late that they took the game. They could have easily been up 3-0 in that series, and it would have been because of Philip Grubauer. And that's when I made my video. A goaltender who gets hot at the right time, stays hot for 16 W's, you can win that Stanley Cup. But what happened in games 4, 5, and 6? .857 save percentage, .880 save percentage, and a .773 save percentage. Now, I don't want to blame goaltenders. I don't want to just point my finger and say you're the reason. The defense has to be there, making sure that there's not high-quality shots coming in, deflections, rebounds, right? But the point I was making, he went from a goalie who was literally stealing you games to a goalie you're making excuses for, right? So you want to blame Philip Grubauer? You can. Maybe he deserves to shoulder some of the blame. Next up, we can take a look at the forwards up front for the Colorado Avalanche. Nathan MacKinnon did his thing, 15 points. Mikko Rantanen, 13 points. Gabriel Landeskog, 13, right? Cale Makar, 10. These guys certainly know how to score goals, but where is he? Where's the second line center? Where's the guy that you could rely on, that you did rely on the year before? Nazem Kadri. 2 games, 1 point. Now, the reason I point this out to you guys, right, we'll take a look at Nathan MacKinnon's numbers in a second here. But if you go back to last season, take a look at the numbers for the Colorado Avalanche. There's MacKinnon again, 25 points in 15. No one can say that this guy's not getting points in the playoffs. A +13. Rantanen's right there as his line mate. Who's number 3? Nazem Kadri, same amount of goals as Nathan MacKinnon, as that second line center. Power play goals. He had 6 in the playoffs, right? I mean, Nazem Kadri is a big part of this team, playing alongside of Andrei Burakovsky this year with Brendan Saad as well. And that's a center that they just don't get to use in the playoffs. So, what is the Colorado Avalanche supposed to do? They go up against the Vegas Golden Knight team, who can now focus their entire attention on the first line of Nathan MacKinnon, Rantanen, and I think they even put Brendan Saad up there to try to move around Gabriel Landeskog. But watch this. We take a look at Nathan MacKinnon's numbers. I'm just going to bring up the playoffs and the game log. Hang on a second. Game log for the playoffs. There you go. Right? Against St. Louis, he was on fire. 3 points, 4 points, no points, 2 points. He's got himself 9 points in 4 games against the St. Louis Blues. Started off well against the Vegas Golden Knights, 3 points, 1 point, but here it comes. Here comes the Golden Knights just shutting down that first line. Nothing. Combined with Grubauer not having a good final 3 games. In Game 6, he did show up, but that would have been a perfect example of a stretch where Kadri could have helped out. Or hell, even if Kadri's going off, now Vegas has to split up their defensive assignments to cover both the first and second line. They were able to just completely lock down Colorado's top line. And that's what having a second line center can really help you out with, right? It's not just about points. It's about sharing the load. I heard the commentators talking about it in the Colorado and Vegas game. Vegas was just wearing them down constantly, over and over again. So when I look at this, we can blame MacKinnon for slowing down. Perhaps we can blame Grubauer for not having the greatest final 3 games. But to me, they had a team built, they had a team ready, they had an identity, and Kadri just threw that out the window with his hit on Justin Falk. They were dominating the St. Louis Blues, and he takes himself out of the playoffs just like that. For what? For what, right? This guy makes these mental errors. And when I look at the future for the Colorado Avalanche, this was a really good chance to win the Stanley Cup. They're still on that fantastic Nathan MacKinnon contract that will go another 2 seasons. They just signed Rantanen. They're going to have to sign Landeskog. Don't know if they're going to bring back Brendan Saad. If they can, I mean, there's your top 6. Rantanen, MacKinnon, Landy, Saad, Burakovsky, and Kadri. But that's what I mean. Kadri making $4.5 million, just taken out of the playoffs just like that. He needed to be there. He needed to help them over the top. Would that have been enough to at least force a Game 7 against Vegas? So the next question is, do you hold on to him for 1 more year and go at it again? Is Nazem Kadri to be trusted to go on another playoff run? After next season, he's going to be a UFA, so would it be in their best interest to trade him now? Flip him for another contract? Is it better to flip the depth players like Jonas Donskoy and JT Compher? Because they do have to sign Brendan Saad, like I said. They got to give Jost a little bit of a raise. They have to give, where is he? Cale Makar. And I don't know if they're going to want to sign him to 8 years. If they are, then they're going to have to give him some money. They're going to have to sign Philip Grubauer, who didn't have a good final 3 games, right? So Colorado's got some questions here that need to be answered. But the question I want to put to you guys is Nazem Kadri worth it? Forget the $4.5 million. Is he worth it as a player that you can rely on in the playoffs with his playoff history and his suspension history? Toronto, Game 7. I mean, sorry, no. Let me take that back. He did return in one of those Boston series, but both times he missed games in both of those first rounds. Do the Toronto Maple Leafs end up winning one of those series if Kadri stays for every single game? And then again, this season, you saw the point totals that he had in the playoffs last year. If he could have replicated that against the Vegas Golden Knights, do the Colorado Avalanche get to Game 7? Do they get to the conference finals? Hell, do they go on to win the Stanley Cup? That's a very big question. And you know what, Kadri? You do not look good after all this. You really don't, man. That is a season lost for the Colorado Avalanche because of a dumb play. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.